Everybody, welcome back. Northernland checks out the Friends Info update in Monster Train. It's your boy, Card Slinger. Got a new Stygian Guard character. What's up with this guy? Incant, gain Shard 1. Hey, look. It's my favorite hero. Ryan Sharded. You also get apply Frostbite 6 to the front enemy unit. Discard a card at random. It's a very interesting, it's an interesting card because I feel like there's discard engines obviously in the Stygian deck. Let's go up to like Covenant rank. Let's go up to Covenant rank 8 for now because 5 was a little bit of a snooze with how easy it was. It'd be nice to kind of be put on the back foot, you know? Okay. So we're looking for, this is new, right? No, this is how it used to be, plus 8 attack and minus 2 HP. So I think it just got a little bit buffed on the damage side. Sting spells get better. Absolutely worthless, I think, right now. Or, although plus 10 magic power is pretty great if we get Sting. But I guess we'll go with Frozen on a random card in hand. And let's see what you got going on here. Phased. Cannot attack, cannot be damaged or targeted in any way. But if you have 4 stacks of Shard, remove Phased. Or, Action. Deal 3 damage per Shard to the front enemy unit. And the idea of having a 35-35 champion is pretty sick. But then also, deal 3 damage per shard to the front enemy unit. It seems like a lot of momentum early on here. Do you lose your shards when you finish? I bet you don't. I bet you don't. I think this is a little bit more powerful right now, but the other one is almost a little bit more interesting, so I've proven myself a coward. Let's begin. Armor 10, but we get a unit draft. So it's, with this unit, it's pretty tanky for now. I don't think we need much else except for what we already got going. So we'll leave you here. Obviously, you're not doing much right off the get-go. But then, we'll have you do this, which gives us a shard. We will play a Train Steward, like, I'd say 2 floors up. We'll give ourselves... Oh, I can't even hit you with... Well, okay. Well, this is actually a pretty good use, honestly. And we might as well apply this to you. So we're 1 incant away from having a 35-35 out there. But I can't even hit you with that. Very interesting indeed. Well, I mean, I'll hit you with this. Now we're actually doing some damage, which is pretty cool. We're not going to get you. I got no way to do so. The problem is now we have no value from our shards at all. So I'm going to put 2 of these up here just to get out in front of you. Maybe we could get, you know, we could make you phased, and then also on the next pass, when we get another upgrade, we could get some better stuff going. So you don't have any value of damage-wise at all here. You might as well restore, and then you might as well do that, and then you might as well do that as well. I will say a 35-35 is pretty good, but it doesn't necessarily like finish the job for us. So we'll do that. Now we're killing you now. Okay, well, in that case, I don't wish that we had gone with the other one yet, because I feel like the damage was not really that impressive. But I am like, how are we going to scale here? I guess we're going to scale traditionally with units instead of just requiring our champion. Okay, so this gets more value from magic power. Feel like draw 1, discard. I tend not to like it that much, but if we already have some discard synergies, then we might be able to get even more going as a result of this. So I'll take 1 of these. This is a tough one, honestly. I apologize. Got a little coffee here. I had to take my car into the shop super early this morning by my standards. It's only like I've already done it, and it's only 9:25. So it's early for me, so I forgive my card mistakes, please, and my caffeination. I mean, I feel like Wildwood Sap is the best, but Vine Grasp, to have any kind of backline targeting, kind of interests me as well, so I think I'm going to go with that, because as of right now, we don't have it. Honestly, I actually think we should take Thorned Hollow this time. It's a really good endless wave enabler, and it also gives us a good outlet to use our restores. So I was looking for you, and now here's the thing. Now we have 3 tanks, so we need a unit that is not tanky. I'm just trying to think. We love the Frostbite. Then we also love the spikes on our already spiky unit. And then like plus 10 attack. I'm like, I think we'd rather just have the Titan Sentry get extremely tanky. So do we want plus 10 on anybody? I actually think that this is a reroll. And can't gain armor too. I don't think it's that good. Honestly, I think we'd save our money here. It's a little scary for me, but I think we save our cash. Non-boss enemy units get +4. We're actually really happy to have the unit draft opportunity here, because we need something that does damage. Only our champion really does damage right now. I am also running it through my head. I'm like, maybe it makes a lot more sense to have, like, Titan Sentry down here. Just as, you know, so we got a little damage that we can do before our champion comes out. And we will put our champion out regardless. And then we'll put you up here. And then, honestly, I'm like, we can't even cast this up here. I still think we'll do that, but let's get this going on you. And we're just trying to activate it. So it does have a cost associated, but we did kill one of the units in advance. So, this one is pretty close to gimme here. You know you need that. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't mind if you just kind of eat it early on here. Even if you die, we got enough power, we got enough momentum here. I'm not too concerned about it. So, what do we like? Well, you definitely play your free spells, and I'll be honest, the Train Steward doesn't really interest me that much. We also I would say at this point, honest, oh, we can't cast it on you yet. How interesting. Well, let's Vine Grasp you, take you up to the front. Now we're attacking. Don't mind that. We might as well restore him. We'll restore you for obvious reasons, I think, and then, why not? Why not? So I don't expect this guy to get up to too much. You're already dying. This is good news. Okay, so we actually loved that. If only I could heal you. I think we wouldn't mind necessarily getting a Train Steward at the back, but truth be told, I think it might just be, like, better to play Helical Crystals on you. Because that's 50 damage. That's probably more than a Train Steward will do. And then we'll put another, like, Frostbite charge on you as well. So I'm pretty sure you're roasted. Yeah, you are indeed roasted. Confirmed. Roasted. You guys ever have a potato roasty? Apparently it's called a rosti. They become, I mean, you know, pre-COVID. They've been becoming all of the rage. It's like a little fried potato hash brown that's like almost like a potato log. I'd recommend it if you find yourself getting the chance. So, Crypt Builder is something that I was looking for, because we can discard it, or have a good chance to at least, and get a lot of value out of it. And I do think it's also clear, something like Wildwood Sap would be fine, but I think a Restoration Detonation works right now as well. So the Sap Totem is amazing. It really is good. But I feel like we just need damage more than that. To be honest, I know it's spicy. We have a lot of zero-cost spells, so there's a real temptation here. Ah, screw it. It's like one of the best cards in the game, and we've literally never won with it, which is highly embarrassing. So we're getting ready to go to our boss fight here. It's a little spooky for me to not get some upgrades, but... So Petrified Skull is good, right? And if you don't use it, you get a bonus advantage or so. Or is it like... Hold on. Petrified Skull Monster Train. The link is purple. There's some kind of like ARG with this. You get holdover or something. By keeping the spell for 2 battles, you'll automatically enter the Armageddon battlefield again and receive the hope something something. Alright, yeah, I mean, it's really good, so just don't cast it. And then it can kill like a unit per turn for us if we give it holdover. Double stack and cost +1. Dude, Frostbite 12 is like really good. And then just lower it to 0. And it's much more useful for us. So I got high hopes here. I'll level with you. I think we don't want another holo. I think we're at the point where we have diminishing returns on our champions, or on our tanks, I should say. We also have a 27 card deck, which scares the crap out of me. So you have to be very careful, because we do have the one that pushes units around. Well, it will. Well, it will. It's even possibly going to push us down. Well, it will. Well, it will. Why is this bad? Because our Animus is going to be in a very touchy spot. Okay, so I'm just thinking first, okay? I feel like maybe we are better off with our Martyr on the bottom floor and our Titan Sentry up a floor. Although our Titan Sentry really doesn't do much. So I'm like, yeah, okay, here's what I'm thinking. You go here. And then we'll Offering Totem, because that's just the gimme. We'll dump, honestly, is a little spicy, but I would dump the Train Steward. You might ask yourself, like, why on earth would you ever do that? Well, we can get another Incant trigger as quickly as possible. I don't know, I kind of like it on you, honestly. To only take off 2 HP, but give you extra 10 damage. Or we could use it on one of you guys, obviously, and have you die instead of doing 5 damage. I don't know, I'm putting my faith in Restoration Detonation. I think you having some actual attacks is going to be positive. Alright, so we almost always are going to want Lodestone Totem. And we want it on the floor where we also want to cast our Incants. But now I'm like, you know what, maybe we don't. Maybe we'd rather have it down here. Just to save our tank from taking damage. But then we won't be casting Incants up here, or as many Incants. Sap 1 takes off 2 damage, right? We need you to take 2 more. Okay, I'm gonna let you take the hit. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna Vine Grasp you. And we're going to... I do need to make sure you die. It's real tempting to play it on this floor. We're going to play it here instead and hope that it didn't get rid of Crypt Builder anyway. So I think that was the right play. But it was only the right play in 50% of the runs. Okay. These are important plays. You're still living. We're going to draw Restoration Detonation really soon. I think it's important that you get out there. Apart from that, I'm like... I don't really have anything to do. I think we'll just make sure you almost die, and then also we'll do as much damage to you as possible there. Dude, one of these days we're going to get that Crypt Builder. I promise you this. One of these days we're going to get this Crypt Builder. So we have Restoration Detonation is insanely important to keep you alive. You're living, which is wonderful news. Congratulations. That's great for you. Now, we're going to have some movement here, which I don't like, but if I sap enough, we might be able to get around it. We're not going to get around it. We're still going to get pushed to the back. But at least our Lodestone Totem will live slightly longer. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think about how I would run this. Honestly, I do think you'd benefit from more spikes. But I also think the more restoration we can get on our tank, the better. Although it did hit an Incant trigger, which is just genuinely not good. Alright, so we would like you to get sapped 2 times. If possible. So I would say like a restore. That only... Oh, but you can't trigger! This is terrible news! I need to play 2 more spells here. That's such a... What a ripoff, dude. Are you still living? You're living. You're doing just fine. It's worth it, in my opinion, just to keep our sap totem alive, even if it's only for like a couple more turns. Alright, so one of these days, dude, I'm telling you, one of these freaking days, this Crypt Builder is gonna pop. We still have to sap on this floor to get you. That's devastating news. So I would say, if you could play, and I think we're gonna let our sap totem die, unfortunately. If we can play Yu, and then also this, I'm just trying to think about where. Probably. What do you? How much damage did you do? 7. So 33 doesn't change anything here. Oh, and it sapped you enough to let you live. Let's go. Then there's such a good chance we're getting Crypt Builder. We got it. I don't know how much this is actually going to change our metrics here, but okay, we're doing 10 extra damage. Absolutely incredible. All right, you're taking 281 here, but we're going to sap the crap out of you. Consider your crap sapped. We don't want that because we're not going to play it here regardless. You can't move. You're getting sapped. It's taking a bit, but you're getting sapped. Definitely we want to play Helical Crystals. 336. I honestly think that might just do it right there. Alright, so no worries. We're still hip. We're still with it. Tucka. And now we're gonna get an upgrade on our champion as well, which seems really useful. Dude, Unleash the Wildwood is just insanely good. It's what we need to keep our tanks alive and pogging. We don't want them. It's too many. This is a tough one. I do think that maybe it's energy, honestly. Draw is tempting. Capacity is useless right now. The only thing I would say is I think energy beats draw. Just so we have the engine to play Sap Totem as well as... Like, if we play 1 extra spell a turn as a result of that, then I think that's really good. On the other hand, we might be able to play 1 extra spell per turn because of having extra draw and so many 0-cost spells. But I think draw will be our second upgrade. I want to go here. I want to see if we got 1 more attack unit. And I would say that you pretty much fit the bill. You can make a Frostbite floor with us. We probably won't have the capital to upgrade our spells that much, so I think this is sensible. And finally, removing some cards. This is where we should start to make this deck a little tighter. Now you need 9 stacks of Shard to remove Phased. That's really tough. But you are a 75-75. Or we can make you a 35-40. That will do, realistically, maybe like 30 damage to the frontline unit. This is an interesting character, dude. Very interesting character. You know what? I like progressive cards. We probably should have built, like, with a focus in one, but maybe, you know, keeping a toe dipped in both ends of the pool here is going to be good for us. By the way, did I not take that? Where did my Animus go? We didn't take an Animus? Did I hit skip on the Animus instead? I told you it's early. The whole fight, I was like, in my head, I was like, there's supposed to be an Animus here. Minkus? Anyway. Yo, waves remaining. Is that new? You don't attack anyway. So you play you. Let's go. You play you. We offer. Definitely not what we're looking for. We dump this. We get you to full health. And we apply some Frostbite to you. Not a great turn, let's be honest. We definitely wish to play you. This is a big one. It's an important one. I don't really care about that, because we're not going to pay that cost. So we're not really going to get anything here, to be honest with you, but... can at least sap you a little bit, and now we got our champion out there. And I was gonna say we get to use our action now as well, so the more we can encamp down here, the happier we're gonna be. I'd rather you didn't make it, but I accept that this is part of the cost of doing business as well. So we're gonna put you here. I think we still want to sap a lot on this floor. I'm okay with my Pyre taking some damage to make this happen. So I think we like this a lot. Now you're actually dead, which is great news. And I think we like this a lot in the hopes that it killed an enemy, and it did indeed. And the saps come out. When people get desperate, the saps come out. Daniel Craig, saps out, coming... the January 2022, or sometimes not at all. No, that's not a January movie. That's probably I would say that might even be a summer jam, or maybe autumn 2022. Anyway, what am I talking about? I don't know. Make sure you're dead. So we're trying to get as many shards, and I'm being very careful with my wording there, as many shards as possible. You guys are doing great work. Keep it up. Now you only have, you're almost dead, which is not good. In case you were curious about how I feel, I would say that is not good. And I really don't know what to, I mean... I'm just trying to think about how I'd want to do this. It does lose us some HP, but it saps you as well. In which case I'm like, you know what? We might as well just do it again. But we do need to figure out where the heck our restoration detonations are going to go. Because we should be drawing them soon. I don't really... We can't realistically stop you from dying. Here's the thing. I think you need this. Then I really want you to die. So if this uses Crypt Builder, so be it. Wow, it actually, like, pretty much completely screwed us. I'm gonna put the Train Steward up in the front, because every hit that it blocks for our champ is sick. Alright, so finally we got a Restoration Detonation. It only took us approximately 100 years. 255 damage. I would definitely say... The thing is, I can do 60 damage, push you to the back. I like it. It might make you take less damage. But at least it takes care of the units that are going to fill our deck with pure garbage moving forward. So it would be nice, personally, for me, this is just thinking out loud, to have some units on the field that maybe could do some damage. That's just me thinking out loud. So you do 11... This will give us one more turn of living. Which is not particularly good. But is something. And then this coming out here. Now we're doing 36 damage. What's worth more? The helical crystals is worth more. But then if we... I think this is worth almost as much. And then we get to get rid of a self-mutilation as well. And then we get to hold this in our hand. So we will win. But it's gonna hurt. We'll definitely start here. We definitely want to play that. Definitely want to play this. You're dead. Oh, why wouldn't you play that? Okay. I even, like, moused over it. Friendly units scale faster with spikes. Okay. I don't think we can afford to take any more units, unfortunately. Interesting. I would say Ensnare is a nice incant trigger for us. Now we can finally play Hope for Peace. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's right. It gives us a relic instead of changing the card. Cards with Purge have Consume instead. So I think we desperately need some upgrades. In particular, let's see what this is first. Purge a card, gain a card. The Train Stewards have gotta go. We want an Awoken card, I think. We want... Yeah, dude, actually, that's really good. I can't be too upset about that. Now, if we could just remove Consume on it, we're talking. So we wanted extra tankiness on our Tank Lord. And then we want extra tankiness, honestly, on our other Tank Lord as well. I will say, I'm going to try this. I'm going to give our Sap Totem Endless and see how the mood strikes us after that. I think we definitely want you... Well, I don't know. I'm like, dude, maybe we should just stack up one big one here, but... Because we don't seem to have an ability to regenerate you all that much. You know what? I'm going to try it. And then Multi-Strike, in theory, could work really well on Cole Celia. And then if we can afford this... I was originally going to remove some cards, but... This seems interesting. I wouldn't necessarily say we got the win sewn up today. I definitely would not turn on the trial either. But we're learning, and I think we've made some mistakes. Namely, like that big mistake when I said, like, hey, don't even attack the enemies. That was one I'd like to have back, honestly. So this time, I still feel like the Titan Sentry is going to do the best for us on the bottom here. Obviously, he's taking a lot of heat. And we're not even getting anything moving on this, but it'll come in time. It'll come in time. So we definitely... I don't know, I mean, Lodestone works pretty well down here as well now. But we wouldn't be casting our incants where we wanted to, perhaps. It's a touch weird. Like, I hate to say it, but I think you definitely put Lodestone down here, dude. And then we might as well, like, root you. So the saps are coming out. I want the Thorned Hollow out there, but I'd also really like the minimum amount of damage to be taken here, so... I don't mind missing out on the gold there, but obviously it has an effect later. Okay, so we got some really good stuff here. Kill a non-boss unit, we definitely use on you. That's absurd value. And we actually, this got frozen, which is really good news for us. Now finally, we don't need this yet. We can start to get these rolling a little bit. I can't really play any other spells though unless I want to restore you. I kind of do. You're not going to do anything to our boss anyway, though, so hold on. I actually think it's better for us to, like, get you off the ground. I know this is a little wonky, but the less damage... Yeah, I'm okay with this. Although this is interesting, too. This is better. The less damage our tank takes, they're going to become disproportionately extremely great over time. So you still need 3 spells to be cast, which I'll admit is not an easy job proposition here, but we're gonna try to figure it out. So the sapping is still good. That's the part that's throwing me for a loop. Is that, like, it's really hard to not just sap you, and we should have done this in a different order now that I look at it, but. We don't really care about what's going on up there for now. We definitely want this. You're not dead. At this point, I'm like, there you go. Just get a little extra incanting going as a result. And now you're going to be dead if we can cast 2 spells. Which we can do. But first, we want to make sure... Dude, you getting the full HP is disgusting. And then, you getting some HP is amazing. And then we'll hit you with that, and then we'll hit you with this. So now you're free. You're not even that good, but you're free. So the 8 turns of stealth is the bad part here. And really, there's not much we can do about it. These guys are definitely toasted. I'm like, we could play Restore. I think you play Restore for the sap. Then Helical Crystals. Then you hope this gets rid of Crypt Builder. And it did, which is actually wonderful news. Combined with the sap, this is going to lead to a heavy frostbite on our boss there, and we're going to be totally fine, obviously. And now we get Lodestone Totem back again. This might not even be the most sensible play. But on the other hand, we are making you weaker as a result, so... Alright. Feeling a little bit better, at least. I don't see him. I don't see him working here. I definitely do like focused growth. Like, I think that we need more restore cards, even though we have a few. And then we want spell upgrades. Spell upgrades, money, and removal is like the dream combo here. Because we want remove consume. Without remove consume, I do want to spend. Yeah, I do. I would say a cheaper Helical Crystals or a cheaper Focus Growth, but I think Helical Crystals is going to be the play. The magic power I don't care about too much. Holdover is an interesting one. I actually think that, I mean, Holdover Unleash the Wildwood is just stupid. It's just, it's always going to crush for us. Even more so than the free 12 Frostbite and maybe an activation on the removal. It's just so good. So, last Train Steward finally gone. And our restores are not that valuable, especially with Wildwood now. Okay, so it's normal boss. I think we're cruising now. I think we got ourselves back on. It took a night for my brain to sleep, and in REM sleep, it put together the steps you go through to win a game of Monster Train again, and I'm very appreciative of it. So we did not draw Frost Tank. Frost Tank on the bottom was doing some sick work for us. So I think we will stick with that philosophy. Unfortunately, we can't really... You know what? We actually can totally play Cold Celia at the bottom here. It's a little spicy, but I think we're going to be totally fine. So, we want... yeah, I support this. We can't do it. I don't support this at all, actually. I would say... This will actually raise your damage. This is very dangerous. I'm going to do it. And then we'll, like, go ahead. Heal for nothing. Now we're doing some damage to you as well, and there you go, a little bit of that as well. Alright, so we need to draw our Frost Tank, and we did. Wonderful news. I think, the Frost Tank has to get out there. It's non-negotiable. Then the question is, do you play Sap Totem? It's probably worth playing to have it out there. And then, like, killing you will really speed up our process here. But actually, that being frozen is really good for us as well, because we want that out there when we get to an Unleash the Wildwood. So we'll snare you. You do have an incant trigger, which sucks pretty bad, but we'll get you out there, which is, again, very valuable. Helical Crystals on the cheap, mostly just to get us going here. Might as well do this, honestly, because we don't want to Helical Crystals you for nothing. I think we're pretty much off to the races now. The armor is unfortunate. That much is known. Because we have holdover, I think we play it here, get you pogging up. Then we don't have to worry about the incant trigger causing us problems here. Although we are still going to probably try to kill you with an incant trigger regardless. Yeah, now we don't have to worry about it too much. So I would say, like, use your restores on this guy just to get the spikes going. It's highly possible it won't matter. But why not, you know, get out in front of it just in case? You know, we'd like to have them at a good level. So again, Unleash the Wildwood synergizes so unbelievably well on this floor. We do want incants a floor up because we do more damage as a result. But sapping also does great work for us. Yeah, we're kind of splitting our incant triggers across multiple floors. I will give you that one. I will give you that one. Oh well. The good news is if we sap units down here, they're also going to be doing less damage when they move up a floor. So, you know, if you're waiting for me to apologize, you're going to be waiting a long time. Let's leave it at that. We could take them down to 0 and then incant a floor up, but really, like, we're incanting a floor up for what? So that we do 3 extra damage to the front unit now and then. So we'd like you to be at the front. Yeah, that's good. If you're going to incant, you might as well incant here. And we... Honestly, you're getting pretty pogged out of your gourd. I don't think you need me to tell you that, but the gourd is coming quite pog-rich right now. We're having a little trouble getting through all the waves, but not much trouble. So you're our problem right now. And you have spell shield, so we're not getting through you. You do have 20 spikes, though. Oh, you being sapped actually means that you're not going to do any damage to this guy, which is bad, because if you did damage to him, you'd be killed. But with 4 sap, it's going to take you a while until you actually do damage to our pyre, so there is that as well. Sure, fair enough. We're also sapping the boss on this, which is, you know, seems good to me. Okay. Can you make it through this wave? You can. But, like, not for long. It would be my expectation. So, we'll sap you. Oh, that helps. We'll just restore. And now you're dead. Okay. Alright, we got a good thing going here, for sure. I feel like our champion has literally no influence on that at all, but maybe our next upgrade will change that. I just feel like I'm just gonna be honest, until we have like a way to conserve energy or like draw more energy, create more energy from nothing, I actually just don't think these are great value, honestly. Maybe I'm missing it. It wouldn't be the first time. And I think we will take draw. I'm starting to, at least at low covenants, I'm starting to test it out, okay? And it's working. I gotta admit, it's working. Pyre health is tempting, but I still think we gain more if we get our spells to remove consume. Now, again, this is going to preclude us from doing that. However, it also makes one pretty good spell. And then the reroll might not get us there to begin with. 21 damage to a random enemy unit 5 times? Yeah, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. I'll have what she's having. I leave. Like track 2 off of Pixie's 1986 album Doolittle. I leave. I think we have to go here for the increased value to your action play instead of like better stats. You might say why. Wait a minute. Do we care about Spell Shield? I think we do. I care enough not to risk it. The reason is because I don't think we can get to the point where we're playing 9 spells on the middle floor until like the end of the game, basically. So I think we like our setup here. We like our setup, and I'm not willing to change it here. That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Please God, you are a fool. Alright, so we like that. You obviously need to come down here. We love the Lodestone Totem. I mean, it's proving extremely valuable for us. So, we may indeed take some damage to our Pyre. I can't deny that. We got a little bit of a slow start here. But man, oh man, is that draw kicking. So we want Cold Celia. Preferably, we would prefer not to have self-mutilations, but it is what it is. So we'll restore Detonate here. At least we're killing one. And we'd honestly like to just sap the crap out of you, even at the loss of some Pyre health. So I would say that this is just very good in and of itself. We still do have a lot of damage coming out here. I hate to say it, we're falling pretty far behind the 8-ball. There we go. At least we're not drawing garbage anymore. Alright. You don't do damage to our Pyre, so that's great stuff. We need to cast 4 spells on that floor. This is now looking plausible. So I would say you kind of got a gimme right there. There's one. Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here. Probably still rather do that one right there. I would also say you want to do this one right here. And then let's see. We're close. I'm hoping our Pyre can hold on. It does do 55 damage per hit, so there's some good value there. I'll tell you right off the bat, you're going down. If you do 160 damage, you're getting torched here. Finally, we can dump Crypt Builder with purpose, and now you're alive. Wonderful news. Too bad you will die. So you gotta move up to the front, maybe. In my defense, I did say maybe. You guys are already pretty much sapped. But I'm like, I guess we still prefer to keep you sapped long term. Another 50 damage should make you think twice. I am like, dude, you know what? If you have 0 and we swap, oh, it only works on friendly units. But let's be honest, that would have been sick. If it worked the other way, that would have been sick. I'm feeling a little worse for wear on this one. I'm not gonna deny it. You know what? Let's get you going with some more. You want spikes, but I did want you. I guess we should have done it in a different order. But more damage on our trigger as well is worth something to me. A brief respite is very much welcomed here. At least you guys don't do like any damage, so we're not sweating that. These don't count as spells, so we'll just get them out here. And you don't do any damage either. So really we should try to build anything that gives us extra power is going to be positive here. So incants give us extra power. Razor Sharp Edge, I'm like, dude, maybe we'd be better off giving you an extra 10 damage. Or maybe we'd be better off giving you an extra 10 damage. So we did survive. What's your thing? Oh, every time you get hit, you get extra damage dealt. Or you do extra damage, I should say. So, we might not play like a Vine Grasp, but any spell that doesn't actually hurt you is going to be a big play. So we like this, because you get sapped on it. And we like this, because you get sapped on it. And then this won't hurt you. Yet. Hurts, don't it? And this won't hurt you. Yeah, okay, so this is like, you're going to leave here with a lot of frostbite. And we're going to be feeling pretty pogged. Now, mind you, once you get past here, you are going to be doing like 30 damage a hit, which is pretty sick for you. But we do get our Lodestone Totem back, and all of a sudden, like, oh, what's this? We're winning. Oops, did I pog too hard? Sorry for party rocking. Look at this. And we were doing... I think we were doing 70 damage per turn to the front unit because of our action play as well. This is interesting. I will admit this is interesting. I still don't think we have the energy base for it, but we don't need another Unleash the Wildwood. It is a free incant, and it gives us draw next to... we can send it. We can put a little send value. Okay. So we still... but I desperately want the Pyre health. I'm going to take the Pyre health. The reason is, with so much extra attack on our Pyre, I think it actually could make the difference. So you definitely take one of those, and definitely call me in the morning. Multi-strike is no longer required. I wouldn't. I will say there's no real reason not to, I guess. Unless enemies have spikes, in which case it's pretty bad. But apart from that, there's no real reason not to. We couldn't afford a relic anyway, I think. So we'll dump... can we get... No, we can't quite get 2 restores killed. We don't need... Don't even show me the relics. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. You'll remove half of buff and debuff stacks. I'm not really worried about you removing stack. Removing spikes from our tank is suboptimal. I don't think anybody would doubt that one. You are endless, but we shouldn't. We should not. This is a pretty bad draw. But if we can play everything but Lodestone Totem, at least Lodestone Totem will stay in our hand. I am thinking, like, okay, we could put the Martyr up here, and then Totem and Frostbite there, and then we could put the Super Spike Tank at the bottom. It's not ideal, but based on our draw, it might be a way that we can proceed while also spending the energy on this turn while we have it. Look, I'll level with you, it's not going to be everybody's favorite turn. I'm just trying to figure out, like... I do want to use Razor Sharp Edge. I'd prefer not to take... Oh, but you can't even hit us, right? But it would make our Pyre take more damage. I really don't want you to get plus 10 extra damage, dude. That's just... Don't be a fool. But at the same time, I want to cast. If only I could target. Alright, it is what it is. You are dying now to Frostbite. That's a good point. I guess I could have hit you with it and then the Frostbite. Ah! Oh well. I think we still puzzled out something pretty reasonable there. Has to be played, non-negotiable. Maybe doesn't have to be played, but is pretty tempting. Let's think about that one. Because we do want to stop the Ember Drain. But the best way to stop Ember Drain is via Sap, I guess. He's learning. Donk, donkey, donkey, donk. So we want to Sap. And it's not going to be easy, unfortunately. It's not like Helical does anything for us. But at least the more we're casting, we're getting more out of it as a result. Spikes 4? I don't know, maybe it is worth getting you out here. We'll be Ember Drain for 1, but it'll kill these 2 units at least. We're not really sapping much, but that's okay, because Unleash the Wildwood is hanging around. I think it was more important to get it out. So we didn't get Unleash the Wildwood. We could sapping you to prevent 2 Ember Drain is definitely what I would look for here. So even though it's minor, 2 of these, okay, we definitely just want to like crush you. You're still living, which is unbelievably good news. You have to be played. Honestly, I'm like, any sap works for you. If any sap works for you, we might as well do that, because I'd definitely rather Restoration Detonation here. Okay, okay. Now something's happening. We just don't get rid of that one. All I ask is that you don't get rid of that one. That's okay. What's done is done. We got set up. It took us a long time. But we're okay. So here, you can Unleash the Wildwood. We are going to be Ember Drain, but that's okay. This is a good turn for sapping. Why wouldn't you get rid of Crypt Builder is a very valid question that somebody might ask. Definitely a question that is sensible to approach. I can't deny that. Alright, so why don't you get some triggers going here. There's a lot of temptation on this one. You should probably play a Crypt Builder. Although, Helical Crystal's Restore also gives you extra spikes. Or extra saps, if you'd prefer. I think I like the Helical Crystal's Restore instead. Certainly a pretty spotty run. But, there's a spotty run that's doing good stuff for us. Now, we need to make sure you're sapped. So we can do that. And then we just need to play one more. Probably oh, but we only have 2 energy. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. So you get that out there. You're doing great. Then, anything here will work. We would like you to die earlier. You won't. Okay, so we will then do that. And we'll do that. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We have energy. It's wonderful news. We have Unleash the Wildwood every single turn. You don't need it yet. You don't need it yet. It's that simple. So we'll give it to you. You're not going to get sapped, so I wouldn't sweat that. Maybe you could make a Crypt Builder work, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. So, you guys, we definitely want to, like, get as much value out of this as possible. We'd love to play 4 more spells. Ah, son of a... Let's go. That's the one we were looking for. So we want to play 1 more spell. I would say you still roll with this. You guys are sapped. You're not doing any damage. You love to see it. Adaptive Mutation, apparently we will never play. But a Restoration Detonation, it did great work for us there. I think we've gotten everything sorted out. I feel like we got fantastic odds, especially with Unleash the Wildwood coming here. Make sure you're at full HP. Okay. This floor, we want to at least play 2 spells. That way we sap enough to get this guy killed. Or to not put us in Ember Drain, which could honestly be catastrophic. So, something like that. Now he's fully sapped. You're taking damage. You're getting Frostbit twice shy. You love to see it. I don't know why I would ever cast that on you. Now that I think about it, let's cast it on you instead. We got 2 energy. I think there's a lot of good stuff here, but let's keep the restores going. Because the spikes, we only have 13 spikes. It's not bad, but, you know, you'd obviously like some more if you can get them. So, we love Unleash the Wildwood. We would prefer that unit died early. Okay. Now, you guys, we don't care too much, but, you know, while we're here, maybe a restoration detonation could hit the spot. Or a focus growth, even. Alright. Then, I don't really care about this floor. Honestly, I would say you definitely like the sapping here, and we'll just dump that, because it's not what we want. Now I care about this floor, and I think, like... I think you play a helical, and then try to get your frostbite enablers out. That didn't really do as much as I wanted. But it's okay. We were just focusing on making sure we're staying up front here. So you're going to make it, but you're going to be very wounded by the time you get there. You're only taking 300 damage, which is low, but this is where things get sick. So the saps are of the most unbelievable, like, utmost advantage you could ever possibly imagine. You're taking 700 damage. This is pretty good. 800 damage. 1100 damage. That's not really the order you're looking for. But you are going to have a ton of frostbite when you move up here. I don't know if we're going to do 900 damage to you, but... So you're taking 200 damage right now. Definitely... Oh, I mean, you still put lodestone out there. This should make the difference. You definitely dump that. There you go. We're there. Okay. Wonderful news. We'll also, you know, send it and then maybe send it. Quick send, never hurt anybody. Alright, so we win. I think this is, of the 3 episodes so far, I think this is by far the worst one in terms of, like, our personal performance. But what's done is done. We made it happen, and it was Covenant Rank 8. Long episode, too. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. I brought it back because you clicked the like button. So keep doing it if you love Monster Train. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. This guy, I mean, come on. First off, get some goldies. We even got a bonus 85 for some reason. Anyway, I'll see you next time. See ya!